Hi, I'm Robin Harris.
And my name's James Crable.
We're here to talk to you about the 7 core values for arts and missions in the 21st century. Last year, the leadership of the Global Ethnodoxology, or GEN, decided it was time for us to begin discussions on core values that we've seen develop in the movement or the discipline of ethnodoxology. This session is a result of those discussions. But first, we thought you might want to learn a little bit about the founding of GEN. We used to be called the International Council of Ethnodoxologists, founded in 2003. We were founded to provide connections and certification and a clearinghouse for information about this new idea of ethnodoxology. Our motto was to encourage and to equip. Our logo had a music note into it, and that was something that got changed to be more all of the arts focused. And so eventually we even changed our name to the Global Ethnodoxology Network to kind of focus on the idea that we're a network and not so much of a council. This picture I love because it shows how global our membership is. It has 3 of our kind of typical GEN members. The gentleman on the left he's an American living and serving in Southeast Asia. In the middle, we have Korean American who works in a refugee community, working toward creating unity and diversity with a group of refugees. And then a Brazilian on the right who is now in the United States studying for a PhD in world arts at Dallas International University. So we have a very diverse group. And over the years, we've grown from 60 people in 2003 to about 350 now in over 80 countries. And many of those, about a third, enjoy free international scholar status. So if you are interested in joining GEN, we would really encourage that.
One of the things that GEN does is generate publications. And you see 2 of the most well-known, perhaps, a handbook on the left, 600 pages of biblical theological foundations of ethnodoxology, and then a whole section on case studies from around the world and tools for how you can work at these principles in your local context. We also have a companion volume, Creating Local Arts Together, a manual to help communities reach their kingdom goals. Part of developing this discipline has been partnering with other organizations where they see intersections, and we do as well. We're not trying to create the wheel. We want to see arts become something that many disciplines participate in. So here's a journal, Mission Frontiers, that focuses on church planning in places where there aren't any. They recognize the importance of arts and ask us to edit a volume of their journal, focusing on ethnodoxology. The International Orality Network, likewise, wants to include arts in what they do. And there we had a chance to edit 2 of their journals, the Orality Journal focusing on the arts. We also have our own journal called the Global Forum on Arts and Christian Faith. If you have stories of your own ministry, what we call working papers, or if you've read an interesting book that you think needs to be reviewed, or if you have an academic paper that you think more people should know about, go to the website and submit your something for eventual publication.
We're also thrilled that the number of agencies using ethnodoxologists is increasing all the time. Every year we see a few more logos added to this slide, and that is pretty thrilling. And in fact, it's possible that you know of an agency that needs to be added to this list. Please do let us know. Another thing we've had the privilege of doing in the network is creating courses. So one of those courses is Intro to Ethnodoxology. It's a 5-day intensive that covers the biblical theology of worship, facilitating and enlivening multicultural worship in congregations. It also talks about methods for arts in church-focused and cross-cultural ministry. So you can go to the GEN website and learn more about that course. Another course that we offer that's very popular is Arts for a Better Future, a 5-day intensive course offered all around the world. Well, it's very interactive, it's participatory. You'll learn about field methods for arts and mission. And the great thing is that it's for artists and non-artists alike. So you can do that for worship or workshop or various credit options. If you go to artsforabetterfuture.org, you can find out where the next venue is and register to attend. So Arts for a Better Future has been taught in over 70 taught to people in over 70 countries. And we're really excited that it's growing as a workshop. So 7 core values that guide Jen.
The first of these is Christian worship. Jen celebrates the stunning variety of Christian worship patterns in the global church.
The second is potent arts. Jen recognizes arts as indispensable to human thriving.
Number 3, historical awareness. Jen situates its thoughts, goals, and activities in reference to global, regional, and local histories and in their sociocultural dynamics.
Number 4, human agency. Jen respects the right and capacity of every individual and all communities to shape their own artistic realities.
The 5th value is locally grounded methods. Jen favors methods that amplify local agency and creativity.
The 6th is academic rigor. Jen carefully integrates insights and methods from the many disciplines that contribute to accomplishing its goals.
And number 7, confident hope. Jen embraces holistic visions of better futures that all communities can work toward. So giving a little bit more detail to each of these, the first is Christian worship. Jen celebrates the stunning variety of Christian worship patterns in the global church. Though sound theology undergirds each of the values summarized in this document, ethnodoxology's central focus is worship. Worship is the act of adoring and praising God, ascribing worth to Father, Son, and Spirit as the one who deserves homage and service. In addition to moments of adoration, worship also refers to lifestyle of being in love with God, in awe of God, and in his service, and at all times and in all places. The global church exhibits a stunning variety of worship patterns that we hope to see enriched even more.
The second value, potent arts. Jen recognizes arts as indispensable to human thriving. So the arts are integral to personal and individual expression, and in initiating, transmitting, and reinforcing interpersonal and group communication. They permeate communities, marking messages as important, embedded in, and separate from everyday activities, drawing not only on cognitive, but also experiential, bodily, multimodal, and emotional ways of knowing. Arts instill solidarity. They reinforce identity, and they serve as a memory aid. They inspire people to action. They provide socially acceptable frameworks for expressing difficult or new ideas, and they open spaces for people to imagine and dream.
A third value is historical awareness. Jen situates its thoughts, goals, and activities in reference to global, regional, and local histories and sociocultural dynamics. We recognize the complex and constantly changing nature of every individual's and community's artistry and worship practices, including our own. Because Euro-American art forms have largely accompanied the spread of Christianity in recent centuries, local artistic traditions, especially those of ethno-linguistic minorities, often remain outside of the church. Since ethnodoxology grew out of the experiences of people motivated by scripture to redress this imbalance, Jen retains a robust engagement with representatives of local, older, and often rural artistic histories. We also, however, celebrate the frequently urban, multicultural, multi-artistic identities and creativity that mark more and more Christian communities, developing resources to help them craft unique multicultural worship practices.
Fourth, human agency. Jen respects the right and capacity of every individual and all communities to shape their own artistic realities. Artistic products are made, appreciated, and given value by people. We endeavor to encourage the diversity of human artistic ingenuity locally and wheresoever those arts are exported. We acknowledge, honor, celebrate, and value the unique artistic creations and contributions of individuals and communities. Therefore, we cultivate these gifts, both in our own communities and in those we endeavor to encourage and collaborate with, so that they can continue to explore their unique identities and giftings with the dynamic arts that are the heart of the people as individuals and in community.
A fifth value is locally grounded methods. Jen favors methods that amplify local agency and creativity. Given our emphasis on individual and community agency, we choose participatory methods like appreciative inquiry in ethnographic research and sparking creativity. We also take local categories and practices of artistry as primary, beginning our analyses with what people do before drawing on external categories like music and dance. This affirms the communicative, motivational, identity strengthening power of locally created expressive arts. We thus encourage development of a wide variety of arts in the worshiping life of the church, acknowledging the importance of local decision-making in the choice of art forms. There are sometimes described 3 approaches to arts and mission. If you see what's developing on this slide, we find ourselves in the 3rd category of find it and encourage it. Going to locations, being among people, discovering what God has already blessed people with, and encouraging it.
The 6th value is academic rigor. Jen carefully integrates insights and methods from the many disciplines that contribute to accomplishing its goals. So we value and develop resources that provide holistic views and positions from the variety of disciplines that inform our vision and mission. You can see a lot of the books that have been written in recent years by ethnodoxologists. These are some of the disciplines that inform the study of ethnodoxology, like performance studies, folkloristics, creativity studies, musicology, orality, and anthropologies of arts, like music, poetics, choreography, dance, theater, and visual arts. Of course, this is important in missiology, in worship studies, and other theological disciplines. In our research, our writing, and our practice, we endeavor to maintain high academic standards, as well as performances and products. These best emulate the creative and representative attributes of the works generated by individuals and communities. We anticipate that our efforts will in turn enhance the qualities of the various disciplines that inform our work. Ethnodoxologists are not all professional academics, but they should plan and act informed by rigorous, nuanced, and analytical ideas. Last year, we sent out a survey about degrees in Gen, and about 100 people responded from 25 different countries. You can see that about 46% of the people that responded had master's degrees. Over 40% had doctoral degrees. So while we're not all academics, there is an important emphasis on academics in Gen.
Our 7th value is our grounding in confident hope. Jen embraces holistic visions of better futures that all communities can work toward. Communities embody both life-enhancing and destructive characteristics. Ethnodoxologists nurture spaces where people can imagine and plan for better lives unique to themselves. Kinds of better include having more justice, health, artistic diversity, love, well-being, creativity, vibrant churches, vital spiritual formation, awe-inspiring experiences of adoring God, and so on. The world is a-changing. The West to the rest is rapidly disappearing. We are beginning to understand that God has given to all cultures all they need in music and the arts for the life, worship, and ministry of the church.
So, Once again, a summary of the 7 core values that guide Gen.
Christian worship,
Potent arts,
historical awareness,
human agency,
locally grounded methods,
academic rigor.
and confident hope. You may have a few questions, having listened to this presentation. A question we'd like to ask you is, what personal experiences have you had with arts and mission that tie to the values we've presented here?
You're welcome to even send us the answers to your questions. We'd love to hear from you.
If you're a member of the Gen Network, we certainly hope you recognize the values that are being spelled out here. If you are not a member, we would invite you to go to our website of worldofworship.org and be willing to join part of the conversation with your own thoughts and research.
We look forward to hearing from you.